Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of the Great NEET Ascension. Again, I'm gonna have to be whispering for this video because it's morning and I don't want my parents to hear the cringe shit that I'm saying right now, but yeah, anyways, here we go. Today, I guess, I feel the most important part of any journey is to kind of set goals for yourself, because I feel without goals, you're kind of wandering aimlessly throughout life. And, this is just going to be like a preliminary list of things that are on my mind at the moment. And I guess to make it more realistic, I'll be narrowing it down in the future, maybe using like flow charts or Venn diagrams that I'm going to show. But for now, I'm going to be talking about what I want out of life. A few people have actually asked me this question, and I guess I have always had things at the back of my head, but I never really had like a clear direction, and I still don't, but I'm just going to basically like machine gun fire, if that's the right term, all the things that I want out of life. Obviously, some of this stuff is going to be pretty unrealistic, but the first thing that I want to be is I want to be fucking rich. I want to be a baller. Obviously, that's not the most realistic goal. Like, I'm never going to be as rich as someone like Jeff Bezos, but as far as wealth goes, I kind of want to get to the point where money no longer becomes an issue in most things in my life. And by that I mean, obviously within reason. Like, if I go to like the average restaurant, then I wouldn't have to like look at the bill or anything. Or if I, for example, want to buy a Switch game or buy something for one of my hobbies, then I could just straight up buy it without having to think about like bills, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything like rent, because maybe I'd own like a property or two. That's what I want financially for myself. And as far as finances go, the number two thing I want is to have some sort of like passive income. I mean, I am sort of against like the whole like wage slave lifestyle, regardless of whether I'm NEET or not. I really do think that working unnecessarily long hours just to get by and living paycheck to paycheck is really not the way to live life. And it's certainly a contributing factor as to why I'm NEET. But I guess the sort of, having your cake and eating it too solution would be to have, some sort of passive income, primarily by, investing the income that I have, that I'm gonna make somehow in the future, regardless of whether I become a wage or not, into things like investments, I don't know, like fucking stocks and bonds. I have no clue about finances, but I guess maybe that's something we'll figure out along the way on this channel. So that's my financial goals. Another big thing that I feel like would increase my quality of life, even more than money, because I feel like money only fixes so many problems, and it can often lead to things like fake friends and stuff like that, create more problems than it actually solves. Well, it's better than having no money, obviously, but I think a good remedy to that would be to have good social skills. And I really want to have good social skills, like be a socially savvy person, and be charismatic, be able to talk to people in person. Obviously this includes talking to women, because any straight guy who says that they don't want to talk to women is obviously lying. And I'm not saying like be some sort of like pickup artist, but just be able to like talk naturally and just be a chill guy to like everybody pretty much. and yeah, just be able to like create and hold like relationships in real life, and not scare people away with all the off-putting things that I do, which I've gotten into and will get into more in my future videos. But yeah, so there's social skills. Another thing is to, I guess, as far as careers go, ideally I would like to make my income by, I guess, like doing a hobby that I like. And for me, that hobby is music. I'm really enjoy music production, and I feel like it's something that I want to become really good at. I'm slightly above average, slightly above being mediocre as far as music production goes, but there's definitely a lot I have to learn, and a lot I can improve on. But that's another thing, is I want to become like maybe the best of the best, or enough to make, maybe this is wishful thinking, but like a 6-figure income from it, making like major label placements and selling beats online, if that's even possible. Like, I sound like some delusional SoundCloud producer right now, but that's just what I'm dreaming, and this is a video where I'm just going to be shooting for the stars. Speaking of shooting for the stars, I guess if we're really being honest about my finances, it would be nice to be a billionaire, but like in an ethical way, not unethical. Ethical. Okay, I can't fucking speak English, but I feel like you guys kind of know what I'm saying. So moving on. What else? The next thing that I want out of life, I guess I'm just gonna list off numerous other skills. Like, I guess in a way, I kind of want to be like a Renaissance man, as corny as that sounds, because people will sometimes say that, oh, just stick to one thing and do it really well. But to function in society and in everyday life, you have to be good like at many things, like not just be like decent at bare minimum, but preferably be good. And a lot of successful people are often good at multiple things, primarily which are things like having good sense of fashion, social skills, which I mentioned before, and I'm just going to list off the many other things that I'm interested in and would like to improve on. I'd like to become better at cooking, because I enjoy food immensely. Like, honestly, I talked in one of my videos about how one of the things keeping me from roping is my music hobby, or the dream of becoming a music producer. But honestly, the other thing that keeps me going in life is just fucking eating food, as dumb as that sounds. I really enjoy a good meal, and there isn't a day where I don't look forward to what I'm going to eat next. Even on days that I'm depressed, I'm still constantly looking towards what I'm going to be eating next. So, maybe either become a good chef or get into a situation where I'm able to travel pretty freely and, be able to like just eat a bunch of shit that I really like, try cuisines all over the world, kind of like Mikey Chen from Strictly Dumplings. If you guys watch that channel, or Mark Wiens. I mean, I'm not against the possibility of becoming a food blogger. That'd be pretty fucking funny, but I can like make orgasmic like moaning faces when I eat. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do that. But I also want to be physically fit, and when I say fit, I don't mean like super like muscular, like some fucking like massive like jack bodybuilder on like steroids, but more so like lean and like cut, like I kind of want to be like muscular within like a healthy weight, I guess, within what the BMI scale says is a healthy weight. Not that that's accurate for muscular people, because it can say that someone who's muscular is technically obese, which is, in a way a little bit true, but not true at all, in the sense that they're probably way healthier than someone who is obese. But it's more so like I want to be like within like a standard range for my weight or whatever, and look muscular and lean and like pretty much like ripped, maybe like 10% body fat, and have a six-pack, dude, if my fucking parents hear me saying this cringe shit, I actually might fucking hang myself on the stairway. Like, I'm being such a fucking cringe lord. Holy shit. But sorry. Yeah, if you guys didn't hear, someone was just down here and one of my parents might have heard me saying this shit. Hopefully not. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm just being insecure for no reason, but yeah. Anyways, lost my train of thought there, but okay, clearly something's wrong with me. I guess obviously another thing that I'd like to get over is my mental illness, I guess. I'm sort of convinced that I don't have Asperger's anymore, or I have it to a very minor degree, something that's definitely compensatable for. But obviously one of the big issues that I have is my mental illness, and I would definitely like to overcome that, you know, just to be like a healthy, mentally healthy person, not be so socially anxious and insecure about things, because I feel like honestly my social anxiety is so terrible to the point where it just makes me act like someone who has Asperger's, like a complete spurg, especially around people that I perceive as being high status or better than me in some way, but it mostly pretty much, which is pretty much everyone, because my self-esteem is also quite shitty. So, you know, it would be nice if I sorted that stuff out too. And I would like to have a lot of material possessions, but, you know, mostly things that will either make my life better than it is now, like a lot of like music equipment that I'd like to purchase, you know, a mattress that doesn't make my back feel like it has scoliosis and it's gonna fucking fracture, nicer pillows, nicer sheets, you know, be able to afford the nicer things in life, you know, because as much as some of that shit is overpriced, I feel like some of it is expensive for a reason. And obviously this doesn't apply to all things, but I would like to be able to afford that stuff. Maybe not like designer clothes or anything, you know, maybe the occasional piece or two to like flex, but wow, I'm such a fucking cringe lord. But enough to like own clothes that are like really comfortable, where the fabric feels nice, which is like probably a really important thing as far as clothes go. Have nice things, basically be able to afford good quality products. I can't fucking pronounce that word. Products that are I guess worth the money. And I guess I would like to be able to defend myself, because I used to think that just lifting weights would be enough to, you know, make me confident. But after just trying to learn boxing on my own, it kind of made me realize that muscles don't necessarily mean shit if you don't know how to use them. So since there's probably no chance that I'm ever going to be a professional athlete at this point, I feel like the next best thing would be to become at least adequately good at some sort of martial art. I guess boxing maybe, but I'd like to, you know, maybe one day be pretty good at MMA, be good at grappling and kicking, because, you know, grappling and kicking are both better than boxing fundamentally, although they're definitely a lot harder. Well, that's just my opinion, but yeah, there's that. And the last thing on this list is just going to be that, you know, I would like to be drowning in women, swimming in female attention and validation, and just be reveling in it. Okay, obviously that's my pretty poor attempt at humor again, but I would at the very least like to have a girlfriend at some point, because I feel like that's just part of what people consider to be normal functioning. And if you don't have one by this age, people kind of just assume a lot of shit about you and treat you like you're weird. And also it would just be nice to experience what that's like for myself. So yeah, I guess that's another thing I'll add to my bucket list or wish list of things that I'd like to accomplish before I die. And also, yeah, I guess I forgot, maybe have some sort of legacy for myself. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead for now. Yeah, I think I am. So obviously this list will be updated as time goes on. can't believe my parents might have heard me saying this shit, talking to myself. They probably think I'm schizophrenic or something, or just out of my mind, but little do they know I have a YouTube channel exposing myself to the world and potentially being a giant cringe lord. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video of me talking about my dreams and stuff. I'm gonna be making more videos in the future that involves me actually doing like actionable steps and researching different things that I can practice and showing you the things that I'm trying to do to improve myself as a person. And yeah, anyways, make sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to follow me on this journey, which might not actually work out, but hopefully it does. And this is Company signing out before my parents hear me more and think I'm effed in the head.